everybody, welcome to Dmb Podcast. I am Dream, your humble host, along with
Good old Buster Boy here.
and
Believe that, Matt.
this is our official podcast number 2. We're just going to talk about a bunch of random different things tonight. So, who wants to start out?
Uh, I'm gonna let Buster Boy start off because I gotta do a couple things real quick.
Okay, go ahead, Buster.
Alrighty. Well, I would like to talk about the recent passing, but not very recent, but of Brian Christopher.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, indeed. Um, from what I'm hearing, it's like suicide, which is very unfortunate. Um, yeah, I'm not too sure what was going on with him. Like prior to that, I know he got arrested.
He got arrested for like DUI or something like that, and he was in jail and he tried to hang himself.
Yep.
And then he failed to do it, but then died at the hospital from complications from him trying to kill himself. So
Yeah, it's really, really weird. And then we're talking about Nikolai Volkov, a guy who I know a lot about. I mean, one of the greatest heels of all time, Nikolai Volkov.
mm,
That sucks, man. Sucks he passed. What forgot we got from I think he'll be out here dreaming. I think he died from a heart attack. Something like that.
uh,
My brain is like pooping on me right now.
so I don't know if it was that or if wasn't he battling cancer?
No, that was Brickhouse Brown.
Oh, okay. I knew
Yeah,
one of them was battling cancer.
yeah, he fought. He had a never-ending battle with cancer. Unfortunately, lost. Uh, Cancer is something I have a personal relationship with. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because my father passed away in '04 with that. Just sucks. And very recently this year, Total Biscuit passed away from it. So that sucks. But yeah, I'm not too familiar with Brickhouse Brown. I'm not too familiar with him. Like, I don't know who he is.
He was a guy that was mostly spent his days in like AWA and WCCW and things like that.
Yeah, that was before my time.
Yeah, that was like before my time.
Yeah, that was way before my time. I didn't start watching till like early Attitude Era, New Generation.
I mean, I started watching in the '80s, like '84.
Yeah, I
And
watching.
that was before my time. So
Yeah, there was no way in hell I would even
Well,
know who that
uh,
is. But
so I know you're talking about wrestlers who passed, but let's not forget about which I don't know. I mean, are you done? I mean, is that all that you can think of, or
that's
uh,
the three. That's the main three that are the
okay? Well,
one that
I
affect
have
me the
to.
most.
Since we're
So
talking about wrestlers who passed recently, I've got one to bring up, and I know I think it's been like I mean like a month or two, but I mean it hasn't been that long ago. But don't forget about Fader dying either.
oh yeah, Vader did pass away.
Yeah,
And that's very
I mean
unfortunate for him.
I think it was just a couple of months ago when he died. It hasn't
Yeah,
been that long ago.
yeah. Sadly, unfortunately, sucks that he passed away. But it happened so sudden too.
yeah.
Just like with
But
Warrior. Just like with Warrior, it happened just so sudden. Nobody saw it coming.
I saw an article about Jerry Lawler, that he's getting the police and all to investigate that Brian Christopher deal more.
Yeah, it sucks about Brian Chris. I don't. The thing is, I don't know if it was money problems or what.
I think he
But
just he was just down, down on his luck, and
yeah, it could have been a combination of the both of them. It could have been both, and just caught him on a bad week and didn't know how to handle it. Just
did you hear that? Memphis Wrestling was doing a special on Brian Christopher and was going to induct him into their Hall of Fame or something like that.
oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, Jerry Lawler tweeted that out, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
That's really cool. I love how the WWE like acknowledged Nikolai Volkov. That was really classy.
But they didn't really acknowledge Brian Christopher though.
No, it's very unfortunate. I know they're not really too keen on suicides,
Right.
but I understand that. I understand why.
Oh no, I understand it too, but it's just
If you're a multi-million-dollar company, you don't want make your company look bad. But it's still bullcrap. Still bullshit. I mean, the guy played a huge part in a very important era.
I wouldn't say huge. He played a
Well,
supporting cast role.
yeah, a supporting. That's what I meant, like a supporting member, pretty much. Supporting role in a major part, like you know. But yeah, the point of the matter is, the guy could have been Intercontinental Champion, in my
Right.
opinion, if he would have took his gimmick more serious,
Yeah.
and if he would have kept his nose clean. But unfortunately, that's just luck of the draw.
Yep.
It sucks, man. Sometimes you get a shitty hand, and unfortunately,
And sometimes you just don't know what to do with it.
hmm we've all in life, we've all had our share of shitty hands.
Oh yeah.
I know. Actually, just recently, I had me a shitty hand, but but yeah, sometimes you just don't know. When you're down on your luck and your morale, you could be on top of the world, all the money in the world. That won't change. It won't change anything.
Right.
I mean, Chester is a prime example of that. But my point is, rest in peace, Brian Christopher. We ain't got to worry about that no more. Definite big time rest in peace to Nikolai Volkov. One of my favorite heels, next to Kurt Hennig. And then there's Ravishing River, of course.
Right.
But anyway, the point of the matter is, rest in peace to him. And even though I didn't know you, I wish I did. Rest in peace, Brickhouse Brown. And that is it for me. That's all I'm saying on all that. So.
Well, didn't you say something you want to talk about, like your favorite moments or whatnot?
Nah, that was pretty much it. I just wanted to say that.
All right. Well.
That's that.
Yeah. Rest in peace to those who who have fallen. You will never be forgotten, and you will be greatly missed.
For sure, man. And it seems like we're saying rest in peace a lot. I mean, it's not as bad as it was like 2 years ago.
Well, you also got to think the people that were huge in the '80s. They're all getting to that point where they're dying.
Yeah.
And they had it rough back then. It wasn't as protected as it is now.
It's very, very safe now. Back then, like you said, it's not like, hey, if someone's got a concussion, we gotta stop the match.
Yeah, you don't just like run out and stop the match, and the guy doesn't wrestle for 2 or 3 weeks until he gets through. Back in the '80s, they continued to wrestle, then turn around and wrestled again the same night.
Yep.
I mean, that's just how it was. So, of course, their bodies are going to take a toll. And most of them are now, their bodies are failing to the point where either the pain's getting too much and they don't want to live anymore, or they're taking drugs to deal with the pain and they overdose, or their body is just shutting down, like from cancers or heart attacks. from either taking the drugs or uh, just from the shit that they were put through during their career.
Yeah, because Volkov's been through a lot. Not taking not, take, not taking away anything from Vader. He's been through hell in his career. He literally pushed his eye back in his socket.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that doesn't tell you how tough the guy is. Yeah, I don't know what does.
Right.
Somebody gouges your fucking eye out, and you're like, well, oh damn, my eye's out. Okay, time for me to just push it back in. That was very cringe. Not so much cringe as it was just like made me squeamish. Like, ugh. But anyway, the point of the matter is, yeah, they're getting up there, man.
Right.
And now I think it's finally starting to like slow down now, which is good. It's a lot of the people that it was meant. I look at it this way: if it's your time to go, it's your time to go. It doesn't matter who you are.
Right.
It still sucks. That's all I gotta say about that.
Well, that's cool. Well, thanks for bringing up that subject. That was an awesome subject. Congratulations on making us remember those who have fallen.
Oh yeah, warriors of the past. Never forget them.
Oh yeah, never forget the fallen.
Yeah.
Then I believe we were gonna go on to some Make-A-Wish type of stuff.
Yeah.
Before you get started, Matt, I just want to say there was a clip tonight where there was some handicapped person in the audience, I guess from last night or whatever, and they were showing a video of it where he was an honorary member of the Shield.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that yet.
That was pretty cool. He put the fist out like Dean Ambrose.
Oh, okay.
And Seth and Roman put theirs up, and he was like, "Yeah," Roman's like, "Yeah," doing the surfer wave type thing, and
well, that was done at like a house show.
yeah, it was like a house show or something last night, and they showed they showed the video of it on. Oh my God, that motherfucking team. Never mind. Sorry. They did it. They showed the house show, and I thought it was pretty cool. It'll be on YouTube, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And see, that's what I want to talk about because a lot of people, that down wrestling and all that, they don't realize that these wrestlers do so much for the fans sometimes, and I just want to put out, and I'm not taking away from John Cena at all. I know he's granted the most or something, but people sometimes don't realize that it's just not Cena that does it. There's there's other people that do it, and I don't know if y'all two have watched, but back in 2013, hang on guys, I'll be right back. I gotta go do something real quick, kind of an emergency.
All right. So, I mean, they do a lot of Make-A-Wish stuff, and I mean,
Yeah,
every wrestler does it.
Sorry to interrupt you, but Cena may be the most advertised, but there because he is the most requested person because he's the face of the company. It's got to be in there represented.
Well, the problem you have with that, and I don't mean to cut you off here, but I'm going to. The thing is Cena can turn those down if he wants, but he doesn't because he believes that he needs to do that for the fans. and
Okay, I'm
that's
back.
and
Sorry about
that's
that.
to me what in my book, which makes John Cena one of the greatest in the Make a Wish thing, is because he could turn down. No, no, I just don't have time to do the 400 they're requesting. I have other shit to do. But he's like, no, no, no. I'll take 2 3 hours out of my day and go visit this person because that's what they want. That's their dying wish is to meet me. And I mean I'm totally like I don't see how anybody could be mad at John Cena for that. Um, but yes, there are others out there that do contribute. And yes, John Cena does the most. He is the most requested. But that's because with kids, that is his following. You know, people say that John Cena's following are girls and kids, and that's true because he's the family wrestler. He's the one that has that that connects with that demographic. So yes, those kids request him because well that's the demographic he hits on. So all of the kids love him. Now I'm sorry, Matt. You can go back to your story. Matt.
I don't think he's here. He said he had to do something.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm
No,
back.
he's
I'm
back.
back.
He said
I'm
something.
back. I'm back.
All right. So yeah, you can
And
go
this
back.
is
You can go to your story.
all. So I don't know if y'all seen the video or not on YouTube, but it was back in 2013, and Undertaker actually broke character to make a wish to a little girl.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I did. I
and
seen that. That was really awesome. That was
yeah,
really
and
cool.
she had a little ostrich, with her, and he said, "Is that a Texas ostrich?" And all that, and he ended up, giving her a WrestleMania T-shirt and saying, "You're the only one that's gonna have this. You know why?" And she's like, "Why?" I said, "Because I signed that for you." And he signed the shirt, and he just signed a bunch of other stuff. It's just, it was cool seeing somebody like Taker, because Taker don't break character very much,
No, he doesn't.
and no, and it was just really cool seeing him do that. And then before I go ahead, I don't know if y'all remember Mr. J.J. Robertson, who was the Warrior recipient of this year's Warrior Award for at the Hall of
Is that
Fame.
that little black kid?
Um, yes,
Yeah, he
yes.
was funnier than
Um,
hell.
okay,
Yeah, he
so I
roasted the
found out.
Miz. It was
Yeah.
hilarious.
So I found out that he was hospitalized about a week ago. He had some stuff go on, but I heard that he ended up getting over it and getting okay. So I just want to say that I'm glad about that, because that's pretty cool what they did for him, and what they did for like Connor the Crusher. And I know Daniel Bryan had a really a close relationship with that Connor boy.
Yeah.
And but the one that I really want to talk about that I've seen here recently, and I found out they're not brothers. They're high school classmates, and this happened back in January during the Royal Rumble. And I guess they just now uploaded it here a while back, and it's already got like tons of views or whatever. Um, but it was a high school classmates, and one of them has a condition, everything, and classmate, his friend, wanted to do something special for him. So he did the whole, make a make a wish thing, for
You're roboing. Matt, you're roboing.
Hello.
There you go.
Okay, am I okay now?
Yeah.
Okay. So this classmate friend wanted to do something for this Seanquist, or I guess that's how you pronounce his name, and So what he did is he got everything set up. Triple H and Stephanie, who does a lot of the setting the Make a Wish stuff up and stuff like that and all, got a hold of him and said, "Hey, we want you to Rumble and whatever." So it shows in the hallway at the beginning of the video. It shows the school. The friend is telling the boy that he's got something, and he went to Walmart or somewhere. He got one of these $10 WWE belts that you can get, and the NXT, because he was like, well, he's gonna meet a bunch of people. He can get him to sign it and all that. Well, they get there. He meets Triple H. Stephanie comes out. He hugs Stephanie. Then you see John Cena coming, and John Cena gives him a uh, how when John Cena comes out, he gets the little hand towels and he holds them, whatever.
Yeah.
It,
It
it
says
was one
never
of
give up.
those. Yeah, it was one of those that he had signed and he gave it to him, and you know, it's a very very good video. And then he actually gets to meet his favorite wrestler, and it shows later on, I think in the comments, who his favorite wrestler was. But here comes Randy Orton now, and he's getting excited. Randy Orton, you know, um, shakes their hand, whatever and all. And then all of a sudden, bring them two belts over here. They actually gave him and his friend both a actual WWE replica belt of the. It's actually the one that AJ Styles has. Um, and they gave one to the boy, and they gave one to his friend, and he took pictures of Stella Norton, and then you see AJ Styles come out or come over. AJ Styles signs both of them for his friend and him, uh, and then it went back to him and Triple H and Stephanie, and they made him an honorary member to where if they're ever back in that boy's hometown, he is allowed to come to the shows, for pretty much for free. So I think it was a very good video, and if y'all want to check it out, y'all can go do it. You should just be able to type in Stephanie McMahon and Triple H give a hero's welcome to two deserving fans, and it should pull it up. But it's just a really touching video, and a lot of people just don't give credit to WWE for all the Make a Wish stuff. And like we said about Cena, um, he did a thing for that cell phone company, Cricket,
Right.
where he surprised all of his fans and punched out. Well, there's a video that was uploaded here a while back where the fans did the same to him and thanked him, and they bust through, and they thanked him and wrote letters and all that stuff. So, um, but man, if y'all really if you guys, y'all viewers and stuff, man, if y'all want to really see some cool stuff, um, look at some of the stuff that WWE done to do to make way. I know Roman just did one not too long ago. Like I think it's only been like a month and a half ago, where he surprised the little boy at his birthday, sung happy birthday to him, uh, signed a bunch of stuff and all that stuff. So it's a pretty cool thing. Uh, it just shows you that a little bit different side than just the wrestling. You know, it just shows that some of the you see on TV like Triple H or Randy Orton, all they're just in character, and they do so much behind the scenes people, and it's just really something that that's really cool to check out. So
Yeah.
uh and it's a really big thing, and I really think people would enjoy watching some of these WWE ish. So,
More power, man. More power. Uh,
but that's it for me, man.
well, here's something that you said something about Roman, and that got me wanting to say this. I cannot believe that 3 weeks ago that man was hated to no end. Okay, and what they did last week, people are still chanting for Roman,
I know it's crazy,
and
dude.
I'm like, how the hell? I mean, I get baffled by that. I'm like,
I
okay,
mean,
I understand,
maybe that was
but
well, you know what, Dream? Maybe that was part of the plan to turn people completely around is to make Brock look completely like a no good
that's the
champion,
only thing they could have done, I guess.
and then yeah, and then have Kurt Angle come out and do everything he did last week. I
And
mean,
this week,
and this week, I mean, it's just, I mean, maybe that's what maybe that was their plan, dude. I don't know. So,
I don't know. I
um,
just I just wanted to say that's just
and and I think he did pretty good on the mic again this week. I don't think he did too bad. So,
no, he did good. Dun, 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 dun. Had to plug my phone in. So I know that. Sorry, wife's throwing things at me now. I know that everybody, most of this session was kind of sad because you had the Make a Wish, and then you had the people that dying. Um, so I'm not gonna go anywhere weird with mine. Um,
Weird herb.
no, not even weird. Mine's gonna be something awesome, something absolutely wonderful. You know what that is?
What?
I'm going nowhere because there's nothing I could talk about that can even come close to what you guys did.
Aww.
You guys knocked this one out of the park. You guys made this podcast what it is. I thank you guys so very much. And on that note, remember, be nice to everybody and dream on, dream out.
and you believe that.
Game on and rock out. Stay frosty.